I recently finished watching all 9 main Star Wars movies and I noticed a huge problem. Let me explain. Alright, so we all know that the Star Wars movies are centered around the Skywalker family. The originals focusing on Luke and Leia, the prequels on Anakin/Darth Vader, and the sequels kind of wrapping up that arc by destroying the Empire for good. Now, I'll be honest, despite the many issues I have with the series in general, particularly the writing of the prequels and the sequels, the core concept is awesome. Anakin, aka the Chosen One, is meant to bring balance to the Force, yet he is pulled in all sorts of directions as he figures out his place in the world. He has to navigate between the dark and light sides of the Force, and it adds a spiritual and self-discovery element to a story about lasers in space. Anakin eventually goes to the dark side because of his attachments and lack of control over his emotions, which turns him into Darth Vader. His son Luke becomes the one who is set to bring him back to the light side of the Force, all while an evil empire is trying to take over the galaxy. The Empire is an excellent villainous army that took inspiration from Nazi Germany, so you know they're f***ed up. The story works so well because it gives fans hope and shows that a rebellion that derives power from the people can always have a fighting chance. Not to mention Force chokes and lightsaber duels are dope as hell. My whole point of outlining that core concept of the franchise though is that you kind of write yourself into a hole once it's over. See, all the main characters across these 9 movies are related to each other in this weird incestuous way, and destroying the Empire is the core goal. These characters and the Empire have become synonymous with Star Wars, so when they're gone, what are you left with? That's something I'm trying to figure out myself, as now that I've binged all 9 movies, what's next? Now, certain shows and movies try to fit themselves into this epic timeline like Andor, The Mandalorian, Rogue One, but that's not exactly sustainable. Sure, at some point you can remake the original movies, but if you want the franchise to grow, you need to rework the universe into something that exists after this main canon timeline. You can't keep creating new empires and scary men in masks and expect the fans to eat it up every time. Eventually it gets old and overused. We need new stories, new Jedi, new villains, new something. The franchise is so bound to this one family and story, which again, don't get me wrong, is awesome, but eventually we have to move on. Although it's connected to the main story, Andor does such a great job of giving us a different perspective that is about regular people within the Star Wars universe. Every planet can have a unique story. I mean, there's a whole galaxy out there just waiting to be explored. I hope the Star Wars franchise actually branches out and creates new compelling stories because in the long run, they're gonna need it. Honestly, I have no idea where Star Wars goes from here, but I am excited and hopeful for what's to come. Let me know in the comments what you think is gonna happen to the Star Wars franchise in the future. You probably know a lot more than I do. I'm just kind of really getting into it. But make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright, first and foremost, do you like my lightsaber? Do you like my is my lightsaber cool?